Writing a book is, a vulnerable process. I remember my very first book, The S Factor. After I published it, of course, I was very excited. Family and friends purchased it, but I really didn't do any marketing. I was nervous about what people would think about me after they read my book. Family and friends, they just read it, well, I'm gonna say they probably didn't even read it, just purchased it. But I was too afraid of what the world would think about me after they read, about my life. But then, after about 3 years of sitting on this book, the Lord began to speak to me and I felt convicted because I had this story that I wanted, to share. I wrote the book with the intention of helping other young women, um, love themselves more, but I was embarrassed about what I went through. And so as my, conviction, I actually attended a church event in which they had vendors. And I think one of the ministers came over and was like, "Oh my gosh, like you wrote this book, you're the author of this book." And I was like, "Yeah, it's me." And she said, "There's a young lady within this ministry that had, read the book, and she told me about it, and she's here, and I want you to meet her." And she brought the young lady over and we talked. And, at the time, I was, very grateful, appreciative. But when I got alone, I wept because I thought about God. There are plenty of people out here who need to hear this. And that's why I wrote it. But I'm allowing fear to keep me from sharing this message. And so when I work with authors and they're like, "I'm nervous about, doing this, I'm fearful," I understand. I've been there. Especially when you're writing your memoir, you're opening yourself up to the world to be judged. And people are going to have, opinion. And like they say, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has them. So, I just tell people, remember your reason for writing this book. Remember why. Is it that young lady that you want to encourage to know that, this is not the end? Having your child out of wedlock, going through divorce, going through bankruptcy, being raped, molested, all these different things, that is not the end of you, and that's not who you are. You are more to this. Remember your why. Remember why you started writing this book in the first place. And one of the beautiful things I love to do with my authors is pray. So like I said, publishing isn't a business for me. It's a ministry. It's what I love doing, enjoy doing, and I hope to be able to work with you one day.